Only the grand finals is left of the ranked Royale 2v2 for EU, and we have a rematch of the Saudi Arabian teams. It's Team Kiileerrz versus Team TRK in the grand final. Chat, here we go with the final series of the ranked Royale. 2v2 has joined the channel, and will it be the last 2v2 for a while? I don't know. We'll see. Has chat been enjoying their 2v2s? I know 2v2s between the likes of these two teams have certainly been quite the joy to watch. As a lot of people asked, I asked everybody when these two played the first time around in pool play, I said, will this be a rematch of the grand finals? And of course, there was a lot of people who believed that that would be the case, and they were correct, as they both, with ease, made their way back here. To be fair, Royale and Kiileerrz made even lighter work of Oski and Atto than TRK and Nupo did of Tekos. And I would say that Oski and Atto were the better team. I think they played and proved it by beating Team Tekos and Atomic. So does that mean that Team Kiileerrz is in better form today than when they played previously, which was a couple days ago? That one went fairly heavily in favor. I think it was maybe a 3-1 in favor of Team TRK. Don't remember it being necessarily close. Maybe it was in scoreline, but watching the games, it was clear that Team TRK had the edge. Might be the case today. Already, Team Kiileerrz in the lead. Royale able to get the ball just enough past TRK to force him to the back wall, but he's really great off his own back wall. Air dribble 50, beats one. Now Nupo gets it over the top of Royale and demos him. So TRK to collect. Kiileerrz, does he have a window to score? Nupo kind of went all in, but actually was going to be back. These guys just demoing each other after they lose possession, turning around, taking each other out of the game. Nupo ends up winning this 50 straight high. TRK to the ceiling, resets. Royale sends it all the way to the blue half to relieve the pressure. Kiileerrz double. Royale somehow off the post and in. A 2-0 lead. Kiileerrz, my goodness. The way that these players make it look like second nature to make reads like that. These guys are on another level. Kiileerrz even a step above, especially when it comes to striking. Nupo, his shot saved. Talking about Kiileerrz, and now he's one of the best strikers to do it. Well, Royale showing what he's best at, making unbelievable saves. Can't count the number of times I've registered a shot as in, only to find out that it's not. As Royale found a way. TRK out to Nupo. This one's going to be for free, though. NA versus Mina next. If Team Kiileerrz wins, then Royale and Kiileerrz will be going to NA in the coming days. So yeah, I'll definitely try and arrange two-piece in Parth versus Royale and Kiileerrz. I would guess that they'd probably be down. It's hard to say. It is going to be their first RLCS major. Maybe they'll be completely locked in, or maybe they'll be excited at the prospect of being able to play, you know, the NA guys in 2v2. I could see it going both ways. Nupo, TRK, long shots. Kiileerrz sends it to the backboard. Nupo pre-flip. Having to pre-flip again as he gets back to the ball. His recoveries do a lot to erase his other mistakes that he makes. Nupo upfield. TRK doesn't really have the boost to get it to him. Kiileerrz back wall. to the ceiling. Not going to be able to follow it up. Royale knows better than to try and make it happen, try and force the issue. Instead, he waits for the clear. Now it's Nupo on the air dribble. Kiileerrz knows better than to wait and let Nupo attack. Wow, TRK, a late flip, and the net should just be open. Seemed like TRK maybe thought about challenging at the ball, but recognized Royale was going to really have him beat. 3-1. Favor of Team Kiileerrz. Delay kickoff from both these guys. Turns into a more neutral kickoff. As TRK has possession. Royale. This net is just open. Don't understand how this was as free as it was. TRK's dribble falls to the ground, and it's only him back. TRK cut in field to Nupo. Royale has the save. The follow-up is saved by Royale as well. He keeps everything out somehow. My goodness. I mean, it didn't really matter. It wasn't like Team TRK was going to be able to get 3 goals in the next couple seconds, but it matters for pride and for momentum, or mentality. All of those in favor of Royale as he becomes a brick wall in game number 1. Game number 2. Nupo into the Octane, as the Fennec didn't seem to do it for him. Nupo bounce dribble. The Octane gets stopped as well. Kiileerrz has to lean back after the jump, but he is able to cover the shot. Nupo, that's not the best touch ever. Royale just going to have a straight take. Kiileerrz, though, went ahead of the play. This is just a goal, right? Yeah. The camera isn't moving off the person that got demoed, but Kiileerrz went a bit all in. If he had demoed TRK, kind of like he seemingly was prepping to, then it would have been a free goal for them, but because he doesn't connect, it's actually just Team TRK who will go up 1-0. I don't think any French players did end up playing. But I also think only one French player declined in terms of the ranked ladder. I think Zen, who was ranked 1, said he was not interested in playing. I don't think there was any other French player that was in qualification range. TRK resets into a 50. Royale, dude, how he is able to follow up his initial saves is so impressive. So many times other players would let someone in, and not only does Royale do that, but he also sets up long shots. Nupo thought he was taking that ball out of control of Royale, but no, he just puts it at ceiling height and sets up the full field smash and a tie game off of the defensive efforts from Royale. Royale, air dribble, stops now TRK into one of his own. He has Kiileerrz in net. Kiileerrz has been pretty solid on defense as well, to his credit. But TRK is going to be able to beat him as he readjusts on the pre-jump and can't get back up for TRK's shot. Kiileerrz reset 50. TRK getting way too over the top of that ball. And now it's going to be Royale with Nupo chasing behind. We're able to control it into the corner. Kiileerrz, soft touch to himself, gets demoed for his efforts, but actually respawns in a decently good position. He's going to decide to turn in shadow instead of taking the ball from TRK. And it falls to Royale. Nupo can't get anything going, even though he beats out Royale on the first 50. Royale just turns around, scoops the ball, and flicks it to put his team back on offense. 2 minutes as TRK controls the dribble. Kiileerrz off the ceiling, able to stop it. Nupo can't get this pass for Wasp. Free flip. Is the double there? No, but the follow-up is. The beauty of 2v2. Not everything has to hit on the first take. And TRK gonna put his squad up 3-1 with a nice setup. Kiileerrz 50. TRK drops it down. Nupo able to pick it up, but his double puts the ball back out into the midfield. TRK is such a volatile player. When everything's going his way, it is truly impossible to contend with. But on occasion, it seems like his speed gets him ahead of himself. Ends up getting a couple of unfavorable touches. What will we get out of him here for the rest of the series? He's looked solid so far in the Octane. Royale to the back wall. Follow up. Nupo can't get the save. Thought about going up to meet it at that ceiling heights, but turned back down. Just got there a bit late. Was not able to make the save. Rule 1 is making top 4. Chat, where do you guys think Rule 1 is finishing at this major? Top 8, top 8, top 1, 12 through 16. You have them winning it. Top 2 losing to Furia. I mean, that could happen. It's kind of interesting. It's almost exactly like when the Falcons showed up. Everyone had the full range when the Falcons, because it's hard to know. It's kind of the same deal with Rule 1. But I would say a top 8 would be a good showing. Everyone can pat themselves on the back and feel like they played well. I think under top 8 and Rule 1 can almost feel like they underperformed, if you ask me. Oh my goodness, Kiileerrz. He made it free for Royale as he attacked both of TRK and Nupo. And then I think top 6 or anything above, do I think they could be in a grand final? Surely. And that would definitely be a result they could feel good about. Will top 8 Mina get a 3rd spot? I think they might have to be a little bit better than that. You're slightly biased for Rule 1. You think that take is a slightly biased take? I feel like that take is a pretty reasonable take. TRK couldn't quite keep that up. If he was able to, it would not be overtime right now. All Mina Grand Finals. Oh, in this tournament there is. There can't be an All Mina Grand Finals in the major because they do not allow 2 Mina teams. Nupo, his 50. Not followed up. Royale always finds a way to drop the ball somewhere that ends the possession for the offense. Nupo ahead of his dribble, has to use a bit of boost to get back. Royale has a chance right now, drops it down. TRK makes a save off the back wall. Kiileerrz dunked Nupo. Can he find anything? It'll be Royale attacking TRK. I thought maybe he was going to go air dribble bump, but he does try and go to get the reset. TRK meets him right as he grabs it. Nupo, that's potentially on target. It is. Game number 2. Going to go to Team TRK in overtime, just under a minute in. Kiileerrz tips it to Nupo, who is able to put a 101 km/h shot just underneath the crossbar. Game number 3. Can Team TRK get 2 games in a row? did they just need a bit of a warm-up in this match? Of course, Team Royale, or Team Kiileerrz, played earlier this morning. So technically they're probably a little bit colder than Team TRK. How does this team do it? Kiileerrz does it this time. The ball goes to crossbar height. It seems like there's no way you could get a clear that would stop the follow-up, but he did. But Nupo just gets it right back to TRK. Really great touches. All soft and into the corner, not to the walls, but just right back to himself before he's able to set up the pass infield. Kiileerrz did not want to take the dribble. Not if he was not going to get challenged. TRK does close the distance. It forces him to use his boost late. Nupo cannot find the top left corner. Royale able to stop him. Nupo earlier seemed to be making just about every one of these crazy setups. And for good reason. They are certainly some of the best takes we've seen all weekend, but Royale is on another level defensively. TRK one demo, gonna get Royale to miss. No! Royale! How does he do it? A magician in the net. Can he try and bump up field to get Kiileerrz something on offense? Not quite, but still keeps his team only down 1. $50 by Kiileerrz. Royale sees the sidewall pre-jump, able to get around it, and a 50 underneath. Royale! He does it on defense, but he does it on offense as well. Great read of where Nupo was on the wall to play it away from him, and TRK pre-jumps but doesn't connect. And the ground pinch is on target for the first goal. Neutral kickoff. Kiileerrz stays around. Nupo backs off. And that is going to favor Nupo as Team TRK get the first real possession. Royale's going to try and pre-jump to pinch this off the wall. It didn't succeed. So it will just be TRK controlling. Backflip challenged by Kiileerrz. Kiileerrz now chip and 50. TRK sends it all the way to the orange half. Can he get a shot as well? A fake will be a goal. Apparently that's what you have to do to get it past Royale. He'll save every strong shot, but if you fake one and don't touch the ball at all, you might be able to trick him. Royale finally gets beat as Team TRK retake the lead. TRK demo. Nupo just going to clear the ball to the back wall of the orange team. Royale trying to pass to himself. TRK intercepts. Will make it a setup for him. Nupo 50. Royale cleans it up before the shot attempts. Kiileerrz, what an absolute boom of a ball. Royale can't really make anything work out of it. Kiileerrz's shot is saved. Seems like both the twins were trying to set up a shot there. Royale backs off. Reset for TRK. Royale, how does he do it? I didn't see him behind the ball, but he was there. That shouldn't surprise me. Royale backflip 50. Can Kiileerrz get it back to him? Probably not. Can't stop the right to left momentum. So he will just play it by himself. Not able to get the double though. Nupo, a flick. Royale pushes the ball into the corner. Kiileerrz pass 1. Just TRK to beat, but TRK playing defense aggressively and wisely at that before any dribble or any offense can start. Royale, he just made a save. How did he make it back? Unfortunately for them, TRK recovered quick enough to stop Kiileerrz's shot. 40 seconds left to go. TRK just flicking into the orange corner without any shot attempt or plan on mine, it doesn't seem, but just working into the corner and playing it from there. They're able to figure it out. Nupo 50 with Kiileerrz, bumps him and the ball. Makes it possible to go up 3-1. Looking like Team TRK is going to take a 2-1 lead, barring some kickoff shenanigans, which both these teams have been known to do. I am reading chat, by the way. Amiguinho. I've always been the same. Nupo to TRK. Doesn't matter as long as it's in their possession. The game is over. 5 seconds. I have TRK and Nupo found their stride. Kiileerrz out of the match. I think we're going to see him in a new car as we head to game number 4. Old Feer used to read chat. I still read chat. Game number 4. The Arabic casters actually do say Kiileerrz, but what happened was, I think me and Johnny both, I mean, the way you read his name, if you don't know, and if you're an English speaker, putting 2 E's like that, it's Kiileerrz. You know, that's how he spelt it. So you have to basically disagree with how it's spelled. I think basically the decision was a lot of the names are said slightly differently. Like TRK, for example, is said differently in English, which is spelling out the letters, versus the Arabic commentators will say like Turk or something closer to Turk. So I think basically the idea is that's applying to Kiileerrz as well. In English, he's got 2 E's, so it's Leers. And in Arabic, maybe it's more like Kiileerrz. Ooh, Nupo. Nupo and TRK up quick in game number 4. That's a filthy shot. My goodness, Nupo. Old Feer would pronounce the names correctly. I've always said Kiileerrz from the very beginning. Old Feer said it as well. Ever since he's been on the channel. Can you make the dream come true for us? Rawas and TRK and Nupo. Are you talking about as a 3s team? Or you want them all to 1v1 each other? Or I cannot make any dreams happen. I just commentate games, just to be clear. You guys are delusional. You're all lost if you thought there was ever another Feer who did anything differently. Rawas can't get his double. Seems like there's going to be a free opportunity. Rawas, I wonder how much boost he had. He decided to just boom the ball to the back wall. Sometimes booming it works just fine. Normally, the back wall is cleaned up by defenders. Nupo tried to pre-jump and actually goes over the top of it. So that's actually the perfect decision by Rawas. We've seen those pre-jumps interrupting air dribbles all series long. Rawas says, I'm not going to air dribble this time. I'm going to power the ball past you to make you miss and then go for a double. It's so interesting how the meta works that way. Once upon a time, when it was the only thing players could do, you just boom the ball to the back wall every time you had any opportunity to make a play. That was the best option. Slowly it became not the best option. Players learned you could go for these dribbles as a better way to attack, and then defenders learn pre-jumping those dribbles is really effective in making them a lot less threatening. Nice shot by Nupo. And so where the offense go? They go back to where they were before. Just boom the ball. And that does a great job at countering the pre-jumps. Nupo. He's a madman. Two-year-old Feer would have got Nupo unbanned. Yeah, I tried to talk to Psionics, and they just wouldn't listen. Kiileerrz and Royale tying up the game. Nupo pre-jumping again. This time Kiileerrz does just air dribble over it. trk has a choice. Turn shadow and try and defend against the infield pass and shot, or do his best to interrupt the play early. That's what he tried to do. Royale did put that on target, but Nupo's around. Air dribble. Interrupted by Royale. Now it's Kiileerrz in net. Royale recovers to slam the ball in order to help him take it out of a shooting position. This duo not quite going to be able to score. Yes, they are. Kiileerrz finds a way. Royale made sure to beat out trk on his early challenge. And Kiileerrz, I thought he missed and made a mistake, but it turns out he knew exactly what he was doing. If he had put it on target, Nupo actually might have had the save, but instead, it rolls up the wall and he pinches it in. Team Kiileerrz, are they going to be able to tie it up? Royale demoed. trk has himself an open net, just a recovering Kiileerrz, and Kiileerrz threatens enough that trk does not get anything. Nupo, air dribble reset, no double. Kiileerrz cleans up the back wall. Can you get Psyonix to remove demos? No, but I wouldn't want to. Nothing wrong with demos. I think people might be equally as mad, or maybe even more mad, if there were no demos. You guys really just want your car to get launched across the map and float for 5 seconds instead of just getting auto-rotated back to your net and respawning after 3? Isn't that not so bad? trk tap it in off of Nupo's 50. Royale was out ahead of the ball. You're mad that demos don't give points? I assume they didn't put points on demos because they were mad that it would lead to too many people demo chasing, and they knew that people would get mad at that. You know, they knew that the people receiving the demos would be unhappy even if they were winning the game, I bet. So they're like, you know what? We need people to play our game, so we need to discourage demos. Fortunately for them, demos are starting to become the most important mechanic. If you get 7, you get points? Yeah, but how often are you doing that? Kiileerrz. Oh, nice play. Wow. Kiileerrz gets the touch. 360s around to wave dash into the bump. And then Royale chips it over the top of everybody. Lets the ball go flying by. 5-4 lead. trk, air dribble bump. Kiileerrz gets it out. Favorable bounce for the Twins. Royale now just needs to get this ball out of his net for the next 5 seconds. trk has an air dribble. It's Kiileerrz pre-jumping it. Able to meet him there. Bumped off the ball, though. Nupo cannot beat Royale, but the ball floating means trk can get back to it, and he does. And it will hit ground now. Yeah, trk couldn't grab the boost and stay under the ball. So it's 2-2. All tied up. A best of 3 separates these two to find out who's the ranked Royale champ. Game 5, and a crucial game at that. One of these teams is going to be on match points from here on out after this game. trk wanted the control into the corner. He did get the boost, but he got demoed, and Royale cannot miss that wide open net. It would be harder for him than to score it as they take the lead. If this is by any chance the first part of the tournament that you have checked in on, I don't think I mentioned it earlier, but if you don't know how the qualification happened, everybody played through ranked 2v2. And then the name you see listed first is the name that qualified. The name that you see listed second is the teammate that the qualifying player picks. So in this case, TRK picking Nupo to play alongside him in the 2v2. And Kiileerrz picking his brother Rawas, who I think actually was not high enough in rank 2s to qualify. Team Kiileerrz having to play all the way through the first day of this tournament as they finished 7th of 10. And 7 through 10 had to play through, whereas 1 through 6 got to be immediately into pool play. TRK reset 50. Oh, the twin save. Kiileerrz saves it directly into Rawas. And now Rawas saves it into Kiileerrz. We've seen the Twinergy on offense. Now the Twinergy is there on defense as well. Nupo is reset. Is met by Rawas right as he gets it. He goes and bumps Kiileerrz, but TRK couldn't get the ball to the net in time. Rawas beats out Nupo. It should be a goal, and it is. 2-0. Team Kiileerrz extend the lead off of Rawas's speed. So comfortable on defense. They're able to convert it into offense. Rawas not going to worry about that setup off the back wall. Instead wants to use it to his own advantage. TRK tries to follow up. Kiileerrz has that covered. Rawas, what can he do from this corner? Not easy with both defenders in nets. Looking to just outplay Nupo, or sorry, outplay TRK, but the ball does fall to Nupo. His air dribble, he goes to the ground. This time Rawas cannot stop the low 50. He's been able to make it happen earlier, but this time the follow-up dunk is directly in. Kiileerrz down the side wall, infield cuts, lost the ball, but got a demo in the process. Rawas passed to himself off the ceiling. Been allowed to swing around the ball. Oh, did he find this angle? No, the pass, and Kiileerrz finds it. What a setup. Kiileerrz chips it high over the top of the early challenge by TRK, and Rawas helps to put it behind Nupo, who hadn't creeped that far out from the back post, but far enough for Kiileerrz to be able to score. Rawas to the ground. Now just has TRK. Tries to put it out to Kiileerrz. TRK stays patient. Doesn't overthink it, and is able to get the low 50. Rawas over the top of Nupo. Just TRK to beat. Hook shot is in! Off the follow-up. Hits the crossbar. And it falls down right into position. It wasn't going to be easy. He still just barely had to get up to get the right angle. Team Kiileerrz looking solid in game number 5. TRK demo. Kiileerrz should have this. Yeah, this is free. Kiileerrz, I've watched too much of his gameplay with Rule 1. Once he's past the last defender, that is definitely in. Kiileerrz chasing TRK all the way to the back corner off the kickoff. Rawas falls from the ceiling. Nupo does flip over the top of him. It's a very passive pre-jump by Rawas. It's going to be another goal. 6-1 with a minute left to go. Almost certainly this game in favor of Team Kiileerrz. So they'll just need to win one of the next two. Rawas pre-jumping like crazy, forcing Nupo to play it so slow. Kiileerrz has a goal line save. TRK not able to get back around the ball. 50 seconds. And will we see an adjustment from Team TRK? Maybe Nupo back into the Fennec. We saw him switch to the Octane earlier. Seemed to work. Momentum certainly back in favor. Kiileerrz going to be able to score this. No, Nupo sends it into the ceiling. What was our prediction at? I forget what it was. In the chat, I think it was... Oh, it's 53% in favor of the Twins. Everybody had faith in the Twin recovery despite losing the last matchup between these two. I say everyone. Obviously, it was very close, but you'd expect the way TRK and Nupo were playing to maybe even have it slightly in their favor, but especially considering they won last time. Kiileerrz and Rawas find themselves up 3-2. Game 6. Nupo is back into the Fennec. I correctly predicted the adjustment, and it seemingly pays off immediately as Nupo gets the first goal within 6 seconds. Doesn't take much off of solid execution on the kickoff. Rawas, I thought maybe he was trying to pass to Kiileerrz there, because I knew Kiileerrz was in that corner. If he had stuck around, maybe it was available, but Kiileerrz had left and gone to the boost. Somebody in chat says we need a Game 7. It feels like the kind of series that's destined for a Game 7. And it certainly doesn't hurt that feeling for TRK and Nupo to go up 2 within 30 seconds. Rawas pinch. Leaves the ball for Nupo. Nupo does win the 50 in. Kiileerrz, I thought he was waiting down low to clean up whatever came from the Nupo Rawas 50. But did he clip the post? Oh, he just left the net. He wasn't as close as I thought he was. Do they comm? My understanding is they are in comms. So I would guess that they are, yes. But a lot of Rank 2s, you know, is played without comms. But I think once you get to a grand final like this, these guys aren't taking the risks of not coming. Rawas delaying the shots as he sees TRK pre-jump it. But Nupo's there as well. Kiileerrz, reset. Wait, what? Calming. Chat, what are you talking about? What are you guys talking about? Communications. Chat, I'm saying the full word every time now. I can't stand for this. Kiileerrz to Rawas infield. That 50 actually might be enough. But Kiileerrz can't get around it to score. He's going to go try and bump Nupo, and it's not going to matter. Or at least maybe the threatening of the bump might have been enough. as Kiileerrz and Royale on the board for the first time in Game 6. They still have half the game to work with if they do want to bring it back, but it looks less and less likely by the moment. This game is the furthest from skate park. Is that right? The pair is out against the skate park. I know he hates it. Guys, would old Feer have even given you skate park? Nice shot by trk. Because just to be clear, old Feer skipped over skate park. It didn't even give you guys a chance. But new Feer is cool. Old Feer would have stood his ground. That's true. If you didn't like skate park, then that actually is maybe a good point. I did previously say we weren't going to have it ever. But you guys wore me down. Royale pinning this ball in the blue half. They've kept it here for a while, but haven't converted yet. There is the goal. A minute 30 left to go. Royale intercepted by trk. Every second wasted is in favor of Team trk. Nupo. Short air dribble, ending it around midfield. trk has Nupo on the left wing. Will he use him? Doesn't make his decision anywhere near fast enough. Kiileerrz pops the ball for Royale. With both defenders in net, it's hard to find a way through. Kiileerrz almost did. But Nupo had to save, long clear. And that should be the end of the game. We are going to get Game 7. The coveted Game 7. No better way to decide the difference between these two duos. 1-1 in the previous matches that they played. I think both matches best of 5. There's a chance that Johnny's original match was best of 7. I don't know. I can't remember. But one best of 7 to decide the difference. Who has the edge? trk and Nupo, or is it Kiileerrz and Royale? The ranked Royale will be decided in the next game. Game 7. It all comes down to this. Team Kiileerrz versus Team trk. We've seen dominant performances from both teams and swings of momentum. Arguably in favor of Team trk now, as they won the most recent game, but just a couple of games ago, it seemed like Team Kiileerrz were going to run away with it. A twin save to start Game 7 off. No better way to start a classic matchup between the two. The way these two have been playing on defense. trk with a huge full field double. That was stopped out. Kiileerrz, can he get this to net before trk? He cannot. trk sends it to the back wall. Kiileerrz down to Royale. Looked like he was trying to play it to his twin, but Royale wasn't on the same page. He was not ready for the pass. He turned away. Now it's a Team trk possession because of it. Royale baiting Nupo in. Beat him out, but can Kiileerrz get back? Luckily, there was Kiileerrz demo on Nupo. If it was the other way around, it would have been a goal for trk for sure. Nupo has his shot saved by Royale. It feels like everybody's playing on pins and needles right now. Waiting for this first opportunity. Nobody wants to make the mistake. So You never know. That goal might be the difference for the entire tournament. Nupo, tight angle shot. It's not in. It's off the backboard, and TRK is waiting on the other side. So it'll be Team TRK with the first goal. Royale would have had the save if it was on target, but it wasn't put on target. Immediate follow-up on the kickoff for Team TRK. I think it's just a standard kickoff from both sides, but TRK wins it into the orange half, and it was a double cheat. A double cheat favored the winner. 2-0. Team Kiileerrz needs to turn it on. 3-0 for Team TRK. Off of another kickoff sequence. Royale is first to the ball on the side wall, but he just pops it immediately onto the ceiling and into TRK. And Kiileerrz was upfield, not prepared to deal with that mistouch. Was expecting an air dribble or something, or a pass to start from Royale. Didn't get it. Royale. Tap to Kiileerrz. This could be on target. It is. Nupo able to stop them from getting on the board. Royale 50. Kiileerrz takes the boost, so Royale will just leave it. Let Kiileerrz handle it with 100. Resets over the top of Nupo. Could not 50 with TRK, though. Just becomes a shelf for TRK to dunk over the top of. 3 goals now in 2 minutes need to come from Team Kiileerrz, or it's going to be a Team TRK victory. Kiileerrz, high setup, straight down. The defensive reads from the blue team have been on points. They haven't been perfect all series, but they're best when they need it most. Kiileerrz over Nupo, trying to bump TRK. Royale saved it. Did I get the read there right? With ball cam on, it's tough. But my understanding is that was almost headed in. Was Royale going for a bump as well? He might have been. But he ends up saving it. Nupo cannot get a 4th goal. Nupo, infield pass. Kiileerrz off the side wall. Royale, first touch too strong. Won't be able to follow it up. And that seems to be a controller drop from both. Is it a DC from both? It's either a double controller drop, or I don't know why I can't switch perspectives. Are we all DCing? What's going on right now? Yeah, I can't switch their perspectives. Oh, there we go. I can't switch to Royale's. Okay, there we go. I guess I could pause it. I mean, I don't know. We could put a few seconds back on the clock. Okay. We're ready. Restart from kickoff. Confirm. Unpause. All right, we're back. DC for the Twins with 1 minute and 8 seconds left to go. But we return to the match, and we shall see. There would have been controversy if Team Kiileerrz scored immediately off the kickoff. Director cam does seem to be broken because we're not switching to anyone's POV. So we'll just watch TRK POV as he scores. A genius pick by me as he makes it 4-0. Tapping down the shot. The GGs are being thrown, and I'm not sure they're too early. I think they could be right. Royale probably needed something there. TRK. Reset 50. Great turn and challenge instead of trying to leave himself to get 1v2'd. Royale seems to have given up, flipping away from the ball. Kiileerrz, 50. I think this is it. Will Nupo give us one last run? Double reset all the way across the nets, or all the way across the field to the nets? No. It's GG's. Team TRK, hold it down. Looked scary at times for them, but in the best of 7, they prevail 4-3. Congratulations, Team TRK and Nupo are your ranked Royale winners, joining Team Two Piece and Parth over in NA.